From Eugene, Oregon, Autzen Stadium, a matchup of powerhouse Pac-12 programs, USC and Oregon. Both teams have won 4 straight, and both with a chance still at a Pac-12 championship and a spot in the Rose Bowl. USC won the toss, elected to receive, and the Ducks had not allowed a kickoff return for a touchdown in 126 games, the second longest streak behind Florida State. And Adoree Jackson, one of the most dangerous all-purpose players in the country, is deep. And Logan will kick it away for Oregon. This one will sail through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back in 2011, the last time USC played here, and Barkley lit up the Trojans. Kessler watched as Barkley and USC ended Oregon's 21-game home win streak. And Kessler with throw on first down. Gonna dump it off to Justin Davis. And Davis wrapped up at the 28-yard line.
He's got to make plays through the air today.
And a quick throw here. It's caught by the tight end Taylor McNamara. A first down to the 37.
They got to throw the football because the weakness of Oregon's team is their secondary.
Kessler, a 2-year captain, has a wide open Juju Smith-Schuster. Puts a beautiful move on Arion Springs. He'd be out for the year, but nothing seems to faze this young man.
Well, and Smith-Schuster needs to see the ball at least 15 times in this game. He was hobbled in the game against Stanford a week ago.
They're going to run the ball, and Ronald Jones gets swallowed after a short gain by Alex Balducci. Kessler with time into traffic, and it's dropped. Intended for Smith-Schuster. He couldn't hang on.
Nice play by Arion Springs, coming in, getting a hand just as the football arrives. Going to have to make these kinds of plays. That's normally a ball that Smith-Schuster would catch.
Kessler on third down and long. Pressure up the middle. Kessler escapes and throws it away. He was hit, and there's a flag down. There was pressure by Joe Walker. It appeared that Kessler was outside the tackle box when he threw the ball. Let's see what the penalty flag is for.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. However, personal foul, roughing the passer, number 86 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
On Kessler, and committed the foul.
Well, you got to be smart in these situations. You get off the field, and I don't agree with that call. You let that call go. Keep that flag in your pocket. That is not malicious by any stretch, and it's right after he throws the football. Nevertheless, a big first down, the first drive for USC.
And here's Jones off the right side, and he's stacked up. No gain on the play, maybe a yard. Here's Kessler on second down and 10. Gonna fire it deep, going into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Intended for Smith-Schuster. Third and 10. Kessler gonna air it out again, and this one is incomplete as well. Darius Rogers tried to slide and pull it in.
On the outside, if this ball is thrown up by the O in there in the touchdown, that could be a completion.
Ooh, I don't know. It looked like Rogers actually dropped that ball. Kessler hit. His pass is low and incomplete. Intended for Smith-Schuster. Oregon will take over on downs. It's first and 10 on their 31. Oregon needs to win its final 2 games and get Stanford to lose for them to make it to the Pac-12 title game. Here's Addison out in the flat, and he's near the 40-yard line. He's been brilliant in their last 4 games, all wins. Royce Freeman picks up the first down at 230 pounds, rumbling to the 44.
And since he's come back, this offense has really begun to click, but it hasn't been all on his shoulders. It's also been the run game.
As you mentioned, Freeman, such an important part of this offense as that pass is dropped. Only threw 12 balls last week against Stanford. That was enough as they beat the Cardinal on the road. Addison open, picks up the first down to the USC 40. That was a strike by Adams.
They're looking for efficiency from Adams. Get the ball out of your hand quickly. This pass rush from USC has been better in the last month of the season.
All kinds of movement up front, so false start on Oregon.
False start, number 73 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Thought that was very interesting for a first-year player in the system.
Another quick throw. It's Bayless. They get a big chunk of it back. Gain of 10 to the 35. 2nd and 5. And they hand it off to Freeman. No running room. Tackle made by true freshman Noah Jefferson for SC. See what they do here on 3rd down and 5. Adams has time. Everybody covered. Adams now going to fire it deep. It's well underthrown and picked off. Chris Hawkins intercepts it, and it'll be a touchback. Midway through the first quarter here in Eugene, no score between USC and Oregon as Vernon Adams, who's already thrown an interception, is on the run here. And he fires complete to the sideline in USC territory to Darren Carrington for a 1st down. USC controls its own destiny, win the last 2, and USC will be in the Pac-12 title game. Adams going deep. Got a man. It's caught. Braylon Addison for the touchdown.
Well, how did Braylon get so wide open? It starts with motion. You see him come over into a stack alignment, which guarantees his zone coverage, and a little bit of a step to the outside against true freshman Iman Marshall, and that's a big play for Oregon.
Aiden Schneider on for the point after. 7-0. Matt Wogan booting it deep. Jackson will just watch it. It will be a touchback. 1st down for SC. Cody Kessler, 5th-year senior quarterback, long throw, and Smith Schuster with a 1st down catch and a gain of 12. Our impact players brought to you by Jared. As Ronald Jones, a true freshman, has stood up. No gain. Really hard to run against this Oregon defense.
But this is going to be tough to run inside the tackle.
On 2nd down over the middle, it's caught by Mitchell, wrapped up at the 44-yard line, short of the 1st down. Now they're going to actually keep it on the ground, and they get a 1st down. That's what Helton wants. Between the tackles, Ronald Jones, true freshman. Chuma Udoga, true freshman, in at right tackle as they swing it out to Mitchell, and he went down in Oregon territory. Remember, both these teams were in the top 10 preseason. The Pac-12 right now on the outside looking in when it comes to the College Football Playoff Committee. Kessler going deep, and the pass is incomplete, broken up at the last second. It was Charles Nelson, who just moved over to defense a month ago, making a hit on Tyler Petit.
Well, Charles Nelson, I mean, is there anything that this kid cannot do? We saw him explosive on offense and special teams. They move him to safety because they'd had injuries. And
shift Adoree Jackson into the backfield. And Kessler, it's going to be a 1st down inside the 40. Darius Rogers planted at the 34-yard line by Rodney Hardrick.
Gotten plays to Smith Schuster, to Rogers, and to Mitchell, all using Adoree Jackson as a decoy.
Here's a pitch to Jones. He's got Brown, the freshman guard, out there blocking, and he is close to the 30-yard line.
And it's the opportunity for Jones, and he's made the most of it.
Here's 2nd and 6, play action pass. Kessler going to Jones. And an excellent play by true freshman Ugo Amadi, a tackle for a loss at the 31. Kessler, and the pass in traffic is incomplete, but a flag. It was intended for Mitchell. Elfridson was tipped at the line.
Number 8 of the defense, spot foul, automatic 1st down.
Remember, if the ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage, there's no interference. Let's see.
Oh, went right past it.
It was close. It was close, but didn't seem like Tyson Coleman hit it. I think it just missed him.
How did it miss?
I don't know. They're at the 24-yard line. They've had trouble with a snap all game long, and they're going to lose yardage here. Justin Davis thrown down by Rodney Hardrick for a loss of 2 or 3. 2nd down and 13. Kessler got one-on-one coverage, throwing the ball into the end zone. What a grab! Touchdown by Darius Rogers.
Rogers is 6'1", 215 pounds, and he's just physical to the ball. You see, he goes up and high points it. You see Nelson coming over with that speed. He made a play earlier in the drive on the tight end, but even he's not able to get over in time to break up that pass. And you see there, number 3 for the first time in the game, Tyree Robinson.
Will this be interesting? Bormeister, no, perfect on the point after in his first kick. After giving up that Kessler touchdown pass. A short kickoff fielded at the 10-yard line by Nelson. Nelson past the 30. Nelson still going. all the way to the 48-yard line. It's a huge return by the dangerous Charles Nelson. You look at the speed on Oregon, and got a lot of talent on the field today. Here is wide open. Oh my goodness. Evan Bayless. Nobody anywhere near him. He stumbles, but he'll score anyway. Touchdown, Oregon.
Go back and take a look at what happened here. Here's Plattenberg. He's going to come over the top. Here's Hawkins. I think he may have been on the other side. And you see Sua Cravens is going to drop there. It's just, this could be any of three guys, but Bayless nonetheless down the seam, wide open. You wonder, without having their Mike linebacker Cameron Smith and their backup Mike linebacker Lamar Dawson, if there is some miscommunication on the defensive secondary. And I know Tom Luganville's down there. What'd you say?
Schneider's point after on the way. Celebrators think of Newton's Danes, from Billy White Shoes Johnson to Ickey Woods. Gonna get some cold cuts. Kessler's had some good wins, but he wants to keep SC's hopes of a Pac-12 title alive. This would be huge if they could get it. They control their own destiny. A dump off to Davis, made the first man miss, stayed in bounds, and gets picked up and body slammed at the 34-yard line by Eddie Hurd.
Look worse than it was. Great play by Davis. You see the speed, swing route, and let him use their athleticism.
And out on the flat to Jalen Green, and he does a great job. Although he did step out of the 43-yard line.
Because that's where the weakness for Oregon is.
Davis cuts it upfield and has the first down to the 47-yard line. On ESPN, that game 10:30 Eastern time. Kessler out on the flat again. This is Mitchell. Planted at the 49 by Walker. 2nd and 9 for the Trojans. Here's Jones, nowhere to go. Pushed back at the 49 by Hardrick after a 1-yard gain. Kessler steps up, and he'll run, lumbering for the first down to the 41. It took him a while, but he got there. Moved the sticks. Titans played on Thursday night as Kessler off play action throws complete. Daquan Hampton on the catch at the 36-yard line, a gain of 5 of the play. 2nd down and 5, and a big hole. First down for Justin Davis. And he pushes the pile. Look at Davis go inside the 15. And Davis finally tackled at the 13-yard line.
Give credit to the right guard. Chris Brown gets a nice kick-out block on the linebacker. And then it's all effort into the second level. And this is what Clay Helton's been talking about, is not going down, continuing to pump your legs, and being a physical football team up front.
That was impressive. 6. They run it on first down, left side, and good play by Alex Balducci over there. 1-yard setback, 2nd down and 11 for Kessler and company. And a roll to his right, looking for the throwback, and wide open, touchdown, Tyler Petit. Excellent bounce back drive by the Trojans. 10 plays, 75 yards. Over Autzen Stadium, we're tied at 14. Short kickoff, and here is the dangerous Nelson. Had a big return first opportunity, but he is dragged down short of the 20. 3 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Royce Freeman finding a gap and brought down to the 22-yard line by Iman Marshall after a 5-yard run.
Stopping the run, and Adoree Jackson will be called upon in pass coverage.
Adams in trouble, backing up and dumps it off. Freeman is loose at the 30 and taken down at the 35.
So we're going to see Michael Hutchings, we're going to see Sarrell and Olajuwon Tucker.
And here is the Pac-12 leading rusher Royce Freeman again to the 38 for 3.
Draw for any linebacker, much less guys that haven't played a whole lot.
Here's Freeman off the right edge to the 41. They'll bring the linebackers here, and Adams throws complete. The ball comes out, and it's ruled incomplete. And Adoree Jackson is deep for USC. Jackson fields it, and he muffs it. But recovered by USC. They were trailing 14-7 in this game. They could take the lead on this possession, though. Kessler, long throw, and Smith-Schuster wide open. It's a first down. Oregon beat Stanford on the road last week. Here's a run play to Jones on first down. And he gets smoked at the 43-yard line by Spring.
Shot across the bow back to the studio.
A flea flicker and a terrible pitch by Jones to Kessler, and he's got to throw it away. And a penalty flag.
Intentional grounding, number 6 of the offense. Even though this is the quarterback, he was not the only player to receive and possess the ball during the play, thus subject to intentional grounding. Loss of down from the spot of the foul.
He hands the football off here. See the poor pitch back.
Kessler over the middle. And short of the first down is Justin Davis at the 44. Alvarado kicking. And the deep man is Braylon Addison. And Addison fair catching, and that's got to be a flag on USC. Yep.
There are fouls against both teams. Running into the kicker. Defense. Kick catch interference. Number 13 of the offense. These penalties offset. Fourth down will be repeated.
And it would have been a 5-yard penalty for running into the kicker that, depending on the measurement, might have given USC a first down. As Balducci ran into the punter, and then Seymour made the mistake. You got to give him room to catch the football.
Even though it was a late fair catch signal.
Addison secures this one at the 12. Oregon takes over from its 12-yard line. And here's Taj Griffin, a true freshman, a spectacular talent. And he is close to a first down. Highest in Heisman voting. As the Ducks go fast, and Griffin is cut down in the backfield. 3-yard loss, second down and 13 for Oregon. Adams in the pocket, trying to create, being chased. And Adams throws complete on the sideline, inbounds for a first down.
And that time finds a receiver.
A huge running lane for Royce Freeman. All the way inside the 40-yard line of USC. Freeman may be 230 pounds, but he's got straight line speed also.
Well, Michael Hutchins, number 19 right there, just makes the wrong decision. It's tough. You haven't played a whole lot. You come in for Cam Smith.
Kenai Benoit is in the game and running back. Adams pumps, now throws complete. Inside the 20 is Carrington, heading for the end zone. Oregon touchdown.
Let's go back and take a look at the touchdown. You're going to see creativity by this Oregon team. You're going to fake little bubble here, and then you got Carrington down here. Just going to kind of hesitate and then going to take off on the slant. And the safety's way too deep to have any kind of influence. Great design by Scott Frost. Great patience by Carrington, and then just beats him to the corner of the end zone.
Schneider makes it 21-14 Oregon. Oregon went 2-2 while he was out. Taken on the 3-yard line, Justin Davis returning it here for the Trojans. Past the 25, Davis to the 35-yard line. Hurt his foot on the last possession, but he's out there now. Upended at the 40-yard line is Jones, a gain of 4. And Kessler in trouble. Hit! Sacked at the 35-yard line. DeForest Buckner was back there. So was Arion Springs. 7.
Yeah, well, it's heard off the edge initially, and then you step up, and there's nowhere to step up when you got number 44 black in the middle.
It's for him in the last 5 games. Kessler on 3rd and long, hit again, and that pass overthrown.
Throughout the remainder of this game, if I'm play held, I might get him in the locker room.
Poor punt, but it takes a USC hop, and scooping it up is Addison. And a smart play by Addison, otherwise that would have bounced back inside the 15. There's a penalty marker down, too.
Personal foul, grasping the face mask, kicking team. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You know, indifferent on both sides of the ball. Really, Lynn, to the innovation of this offense under his direction.
Royce Freeman thrown down at the 41, a 4-yard gain to take Helfrich's spot as the offensive coordinator. Helfrich now the head coach, of course. Here's Freeman running right. Knocked down at the 42.
And you say, well, how does that impact an offensive coordinator?
Adams in trouble on 3rd down and long. Flushed out of the pocket. Shows great arm strength. Throwing back across the middle. Stanford with the 1st down catch. He still made the play, though.
Good job by Stanford going down, picking that ball off the ground. Then you can anticipate what's going to work against that defense in particular.
Adams throwing deep. Open man! Inside the 20. It's Freeman.
They isolate Royce Freeman with his speed and his ability to catch the football. You see 58, Osa Messina is a backup true freshman linebacker. Now you're going to tell me.
At the USC 30, a huge penalty. Adams steps up. Adams lobs it into the end zone. Benoit wide open. Oregon another touchdown.
He's going to wiggle around in the backfield and then watch as the middle of the field it becomes wide open, but it doesn't become wide open until 4 or 5 seconds into the play, Dave. He needs to buy that time. And then Benoit, you see at the very end, comes open. But if you don't buy the time, Vernon Adams in the pocket, to allow that to develop, then it's never going to happen. See how he keeps those eyes downfield. That's pretty impressive. Pocket and make a play with your feet. Not with Vernon Adams. He extends plays.
2:39 remaining. SC will have 2 timeouts left. This is fielded by Justin Davis at the 20, and he's up to the 31. Let's go to Adnan. It was tied midway through this quarter at 14. Kessler has a completion out near the 40-yard line for Darius Rogers, an 8-yard pickup.
Moves, I think they might need to get a Dory Jackson in place of him.
And trying to get outside is Davis. He does get the 1st down.
In the first half.
And came back to win both. They've won 4 in a row. Kessler level. Down he goes.
It just goes right around Edoga. Now this is a true freshman. Not sure why he's in there at this point. It's Zach Banner's position, but that's just an Olay block.
Mistake. 2nd and 18 clock now, and a minute to go. Oregon might call timeout here on this run. Jones across the 40. Let's see if the Ducks use a timeout here. Stanford lose to still have a shot at a Pac-12 crown. Kessler going to fire it deep. Going for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he dropped the ball. Incomplete.
Identifying the matchup. Looks like that ankle is okay. You just wonder, you know, when you have an injury like that and your focus, can you continue mentally to fight through that and make these kinds of tough plays down the field?
So it's 4th down. And that punt goes out of bounds, so Oregon will have 18 seconds remaining in the half and a 2-touchdown lead. Picking who you think are the best 5 teams.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Oregon just going to keep it on the ground here with Royce Freeman, but Freeman might take it the distance. No, he's cut down out of bounds, but again, I'm not sure why. Adams wide open inside the 25-yard line, and Addison down to the 20. And it is perfect. But boy, Helfrich taking over for Chip Kelly, and this guy's won a Rose Bowl, been to a national title game. Yes, he had Marcus Mariota as quarterback, but I think he deserves more credit than he's getting from folks here in Oregon. That's the final play of the half. Oregon 31, USC 14. Charles Nelson is deep. The new kicker, Matt Bormeister, because of an injury to Alex Wood. All of his kickoffs have been returned. And here's Nelson past the 20 to the 22. Adams will hand it off to Royce Freeman on 1st down. He powers to the 27.
So those plays have been there for Vernon Adams, and the compliments in this offense are there.
Adams with all day to throw, and finally someone comes open. It's complete to Stanford, a 1st down.
Well, here's some of this patience. You're going to see him. Look at him work through progressions. He's seeing the field, very calm, feet in the pocket, thinks about flushing, and then gets the ball out laid over the middle. Very calm and poised to move the chains, and then quickly on the bubble screen there to Braylon Addison to get the 2nd down here.
Let's see if they bring some pressure here on 2nd and 3. Freeman trying to get outside, and he's wrapped up, but he did get the first down. Chris Hawkins on the tackle.
But they have not gotten any kind of pressure in his face in this game.
Freeman straight on inside the 40. In contention for that honor. Here he is again off the right side. He'll come up just short of the first down. Rasheem Green on the stop. And Benoit easily gets the first down inside the 25. Finally down at the 19-yard line.
Notice the crossing action. Two guys going different directions, and then you get Benoit right up the middle. That's what Justin Wilcox was concerned with.
I think there are a lot of people right now around the country glad that Oregon is out of the playoff picture because of 3 losses. 2 of those suffered without their quarterback, Vernon Adams. With that 3-point defeat at Michigan State when Adams was 100%.
You watch one of the best linebackers in the Pac-12 playing for Stanford, and he didn't know which way to go.
Yeah, Blake Martinez was lost as Adams throws to the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown! Stabbed out of the air by Dwayne Stanford. Vernon Adams' 5th touchdown, 5th different receiver to catch one. Watch this.
Dwayne Stanford has had so many plays in the red zone. He's their touchdown maker in that area of the field, and that was just an opportunity to throw the ball up and let him go make a play.
Movement as Delvon Simmons crashed into an offensive lineman, Greg Townsend as well.
Offside, defense. This penalty is declined. Ball never became line. It remains the try for point down.
But he's dealing right now for this Oregon offense, which looks fantastic.
If they continue to win, they're 8-1. The only loss against Notre Dame, he should be in the conversation.
They play Houston on Friday. Maybe win that division. Games is actually in the box, but I don't even realize that he's in there because he never says anything. Justin Davis on the carry out to the 32. I mean, you go to these facilities, they're the best I've ever seen. Any sport, pro or college. Big hole here for Davis. SC needs this. Davis down the sideline. Run out of bounds near the 30 by Springs.
Clay Helton has preached toughness, up front, physical nature. They're getting rolled in this game, but how will they respond in the second half? Be interesting to watch.
Still plenty of time. I think the problem, though, is can USC get any stop whatsoever? Kessler fires complete inside the 20-yard line to Hampton. That's the biggest loss as Jones is inside the 15, wrestled down to the 12-yard line, pick up a 5. True freshman Cole Smith. Jones makes a great cut and another beautiful move to the outside. That was a spectacular touchdown run by true freshman Ronald Jones.
Juju Smith-Schuster got his ankle roll. Watch his block. Coming in from the outside, gets 2 guys. That's why Ronald Jones gets in the end zone. He's got a broken hand already. Now he's got a rolled ankle, and he's still fighting.
Big touchdown for USC. Less than 2 minutes, they're on the board. The point after makes it 38-21. He's in a position to get the Ducks to 8-3 and 6-2 in conference play and hold out hopes for a Pac-12 North title, depending on what Stanford does tonight. Here's Nelson on the short kickoff out to the 25-yard line.
He didn't even have summer. He just showed up right before the season started.
Had to pass a test right before camp. Adams in trouble, but he steps up, and look at the speed. He'll slide to the 36. Freeman. And they finally stuffed the run.
Talking with Mark Helfrich last night, he said, you know, there were a lot of naysayers from the outside talking negatively about them as a program. You see an incomplete pass, but also individuals. And
they're not even in a conversation for the college football playoff because they're one of the most dangerous teams in the country the way they're going right now. They got a big 3rd and 8 here. Adams in trouble, and down he goes. A big sack for the Trojans.
Kind of slid down trying to avoid a big hit, but look at Felix 47 come in at the end here.
Yeah, and you see the reaction. He got injured on a similar play in a game earlier this season. USC gets the stop it needed. Here's the punt by Wheeler, and it's not good. A flag comes flying in, 2 flags.
During the return, holding. Number 8 of the receiving team, 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. First down.
So you start to think maybe the Trojans have to score on every possession. They did get a stop, and now Kessler going downtown, but the pass is overthrown.
The Dory playing defense, they've only had 42 snaps on offense.
Dead ball foul, movement by USC. They were going to run the stretch to the left
Before
there.
the snap, false start, number 73 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And Kessler looking for Smith-Schuster. Excellent play by Ugo Amadi, a true freshman from Nashville, Tennessee. It's not easy to get Smith-Schuster to the ground in the open field at the 32.
Yeah, and Amadi is not big. He's 5'10", 180 pounds, and Smith-Schuster 6'2", 215. And
Kessler on 3rd and 7. His pass is caught. Smith-Schuster, where is forward progress? Right at the first down marker. They're going to go on 4th and 1. Is this the right call?
I think so, yes.
And Kessler gets it off the right side. It's Davis straight up the middle. And he gets about 7 or 8. Does have 10 catches on the season coming into this ball game. 2nd and 2. They'll run it again. And it's a first down for Davis. And Davis is inside the 40. He makes it to the 35-yard line as a first down at the 35 of Oregon. Kessler going to dump it off here to Rogers. And Joe Walker on the stop. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd. 2nd down and 9. Pressure up the middle. Kessler to the sideline. And a nice move by Mitchell. Twirled down inside the 30. He'll come up just short of a first down. A Pac-12 championship, perhaps a Rose Bowl berth. But they got to come back from 17 down, and Jones isn't going to get here on 3rd down. And then pushing and shoving after the play. Boy, that was not smart by Wheeler. And instead of 4th and 1, if they call that on Wheeler, it's 4th down and 16.
The ball is short of the line of the game. It will be 4th down after the play. Unnecessary roughness, number 72 of the offense. 15-yard penalty, 4th down.
I mean, that is an absolute killer by Wheeler.
See the reaction by Clay Helton, and this is just frustration. And he's on top of that last push in the face there. You can take a guy to the ground, but when you push him in the face and then you talk on top of it, that's just not smart.
So instead of a chance to go for it on 4th and 1, they have to kick it back to Oregon. And this one goes out of bounds around the 7, so it does put Oregon back deep.
And I'm going to try, especially inside the 10-yard line. Maybe you can confuse Vernon Adams one time in this game and get an interception, really change the tempo.
Pretty good security blanket, though, in this guy. Royce Freeman outside the 10. Close to the first down. And he got it as he stepped out at the 17. Pistol formation here on 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line of Oregon.
See if Oregon starts to slow it down a little bit. Their defense was on the field quite a while in the last drive.
Freeman bottled up this time. Chris Hawkins.
They decide in the first 2 plays of this drive to keep it on the ground.
500 yards of total offense before this play. Adams in trouble and sacked. Anthony Serrell with a big play. His 3rd sack this season.
Well, and we talked about the pressure now. You're going to see 5, 6 guys up, and Serrell's going to come through. The pressure, the decision by Justin Wilcox to not sit back there playing man-to-man coverage. That's a risk. Big plays coming, man-to-man coverage, but get to the quarterback. They're going to bring pressure again here, Dave.
And Adams in trouble, taken down at the 1-yard line with a huge play.
There he is. You're going to see they only got 5 guys blocking. The center's going to go right, and it opens up a huge hole for Olajuwon Tucker. Finally getting to the quarterback.
Returnable. Jackson on the 40. Jackson inside the 30. Look out! Jackson to the 10. Jackson to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Bormeister, the sophomore, subbing for the injured Alex Wood. Gets the point after.
That was going to be it for SC, and then defensively they get a stop.
There is Nelson, Oregon's version of Adoree Jackson. And they get him to the ground at the 22-yard line. Well covered by USC. From the 22-yard line, Adams trying to set up the screen to Taj Griffin, who's free down the sideline. And he stepped out at the 33, got the first down.
It'll be JT Barrett to Jalen Marshall, and they're leading at 14-7. Dave?
And here it's 38-28 Adnan. A run off the right side for about 2 yards.
This is interesting, Dave. Does this surprise you? Lukes? Surprise you that in the crunch time here with momentum on the line, they bring in Taj Griffin, a true freshman, without no Royce Freeman Benoit?
And they hand it off here to Braylon Addison. Dragged down by Marshall. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3. Here's Griffin trying to bust it to the outside. A flag down, and so is Griffin. It's 4th and 2 if you decline the penalty. Or are you accepting it here and making it 3rd down and 12?
Please decline. 4th down.
Now here's the thing. You decline the penalty, but Oregon might go for it.
Small versus large.
Closing seconds of the 3rd quarter, and Wheeler, the punter, had all kinds of trouble. He kicks this one at Adoree Jackson, but he signaled for the fair catch because the gunner was down there for Oregon. And it's play action for Cody Kessler, but a flag. There was movement before the snap. Again.
Before the snap, false start. Number 72, the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
1st and 15 now, and the right tackle moves. Zach Banner.
False start. Number 73 of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
They had momentum. Now back-to-back false start penalties. They run the ball. And on the cutback, across the 15, Davis. Up past the 20. 2nd and 8. Kessler complete to Hampton. And they'll stop him short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Clay Helton says he wants to be about power football. Will they run the ball on 3rd down and 2 here? They will. And able to move the sticks, Justin Davis. And another bad snap. That's been a problem all day. Kessler going to get hit. The ball's out. Oregon recovers. DeForest Buckner with the recovery. Springs with the forced fumble.
No Max Turk, no Toa Lovendon. It's Khalil Rogers. It's low. I got it. It's low. But as a quarterback, Dave, manage the mistakes. Don't make one mistake worse.
First turnover by USC. And now Oregon takes over inside the 30. Adams gonna lob it into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Charles Nelson.
Now you get that sudden change, Dave, and you put Charles Nelson in the game. Here he is. He's just going to run the wheel route. I want you to take a look. This is Scott Felix. He's an outside linebacker, 250 pounds, and he eventually is the one that gets caught up on the outside in coverage. Now he's responsible for the flat. Imam Marshall's got to go to the top. Great design by Scott Frost and a great time to call that play. And Luke's, you put Charles Nelson in with that speed, that's who they want to get downfield.
6 touchdown passes by Vernon Adams as the point after is good. 45-28, Oregon leading USC. Trojans will get it back after a takeaway, or turnover, I should say, by Cody Kessler. Here's Adoree Jackson out past the 30-yard line. Good point. Jackson not out there now. They're going to run the ball. Jones bouncing off of a defender. Gets another block. He's still loose. And finally taken down. Just his 3rd offensive snap by our count. Kessler with time. And it's Rogers. He's out to the 37. Got a 3rd down coming up here. That game next week, SC-UCLA, will be for the Pac-12 division title. 1st down for Justin Davis into Oregon territory. Now a penalty flag as well.
Holding, number 9 of the offense. 10-yard penalty. It will remain 3rd down.
Juju saying, how can I hold with a broken hand? Can't be grabbing it. Here he is. Take a look. Sees the bounce to the outside.
That's a good call. He had him. That penalty negates a first down. Pass underneath. And nowhere near first down is Stephen Mitchell.
You start to think about Clay Helton and how much of this kind of stuff, these positions, has he been in to make these kinds of decisions, you know, Dave?
And Vernon Adams with more touchdown passes than incompletions. He's been spectacular all game long. They'll keep it on the ground here. Benoit gets only a couple.
Protect your defense a little bit.
They'll run it again here. Benoit across the 30 and taken out of bounds at the 31 by Cerro.
And then coaching on the defensive side of Northern Iowa's defensive coordinator really helped him to understand the game completely.
Adams on third down, launching it. Incomplete, but a flag. They're going to get Seymour interfering with Carrington.
Pass interference, number 13 of the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
You know, when the ball is this, underthrown, as you look at, you can say, well, he's got his left arm.
I mean, he was riding him the whole way there, Grease, so I do think they got that one right. Royce Freeman is back out there, running back. They'll give it to the 230-pound back, and there he goes, inside the 40. He's 5th in the country in rushing coming in. Here he is again. I mean, his yards after contact, it's rare you see him go down on the initial hit as another penalty flag is thrown late.
After the conclusion of the play, personal foul, late hit, number 56 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Either way, you can't retaliate.
There's Griffin. He's inside the 15, shows off his speed to the 10 and out of bounds inside the 5, first and goal for Oregon. And here's the direct snap to Freeman. They pitch it back. The quarterback is out in the pattern. Addison is taken down at the 16.
And give credit to number 42 and Wosu. There he is right here. He's got to keep eyes on the quarterback. Never loses sight. And he hadn't played a whole lot of football. So for him to diagnose that and to have coverage, that's exceptional.
Second down and goal from the 15. Adams pumps. Adams to the end zone, incomplete. And having one of his best days. There's a wide receiver screen to Carrington to the 5 and tackled at the 4-yard line. It's 4th down. This is a 22-yard truck. And so it's 48-28. Oregon with 6:56 remaining against the Trojans.
That's not overtime. That's just regulation.
Deep kickoff, no chance for Jackson to take it back, so it's a touchback. Where would the Ducks be in terms of the playoff picture? That pass is juggled and caught at the 30 by Hampton. Wow. And Houston Navy is next week for the division championship. There's Kessler on second down and 5, and another catch by Hampton. He's to the 39-yard line. It says Pat Hayden, the athletic director, has been really good as Smith-Schuster drops that ball.
I'll get you back after the back end of this play, Grease. I'll let you chime in, and then I'll respond off of what you said.
Yeah, I mean, win next week, and then he would have had that opportunity.
They get the first down with Justin Davis here.
I think that's important that they take their time to ensure and investigate all the options out there.
Kessler's pass is broken up by Reggie Daniels.
If they're able to win that game and do it convincingly, but he's still in the mix.
Pass is caught by Petit. The other 3rd and 4 here for the Trojans. And it's a first down run for Justin Davis to the 32-yard line.
On behalf of prospects, it affords them a bit of a waiting period, and kids don't bail on them right away. And that is something you can't speak of with most programs.
Hashtag 2016 Helton, all these different things as you see a short pass here. But it's not going to be about social media to play Helton.
3rd and 14. Kessler with his team down 20 points. Throws complete to Hampton, well short. So it's going to be 4th down here in about 8. But let's see what happens tonight. Let's see what happens here with 2.5 to go. 4th and 7. Kessler stepping up and sacked. Oregon ball. Joe Walker takes down the quarterback. Playoff potential team. Freeman with a gain of about 9. So many injuries on both sides of the ball, yet still a chance to win a Pac-12 title. Freeman getting the 1st down.
I think this team will finish in the top 10. This is a top 10 football team.
I would agree with it. I don't know about top 10. I think top 15.
That's got to feel good for Vernon Adams from